Welcome to Panenka Predictions, everyone, where I'll be breaking down all this weekend's coming action from the Premier League and La Liga action now that it's back, and sharing with you my predictions for the games that are really catching my eye for this weekend. Stick around to the end, where I'll be giving you my top 3 safest prediction for all of this weekend's games, plus a very juicy mega multi as well. Before we kick off this weekend's action, please take a second to subscribe to this channel. It will mean a lot to me and it will help me grow this footballing community. And now, hablamos de fútbol. This weekend's EPL action starts off with 2 teams in really good form right now, as we have 4th place Newcastle hosting 8th place Bournemouth. Newcastle were comfortable winners in their midweek home game against Wolverhampton, Isaac scoring 2 and setting up 1 in that 3-0 win, and they'll be confident of making it 10 wins in a row in all competitions this weekend against Bournemouth. Bournemouth, however, they're a tough nut to crack. They're unbeaten now in their last 10 games, and they're only 4 points behind Newcastle coming into this match. They played out a 2-2 draw away to Chelsea in midweek in a game they probably feel they should have won. In the end, they conceded a late equaliser from a Reece James free kick after coming from behind in that game to lead it 2-1 at one point. Both teams will have their work cut out for them in this game, and either team could probably win this game. I'll be going for goals in this one. You know, Isaac is either going to score or set up a goal again for Newcastle. He's in ridiculously confident form right now. And Clive for Bournemouth, he's also in good form. Plus, they've got the likes of Semenyo, who scored an absolute screamer in his last game. So I really can see both teams finding the back of the net in this game. And I'm confident also that Newcastle will go on to net the winning goal. But just to be safe, my prediction for this game is for over 2.5 goals. One of these 2 teams' streaks are about to come to an end. Which team do you think it will be? Let me know down in the comments. The next game we're going to look at will directly affect the title race. It's the very entertaining Brentford at home against current league leaders Liverpool. Brentford scored 2 goals in the last 10 minutes to earn a 2-2 draw at home against Man City in their last game, and they were unlucky not to win that game, to be honest. But they're also lucky not to lose it as well. They're certainly showing a fighting spirit and a lot of self-belief when they play, and no doubt they'll be confident of scoring a goal or 2 in this game. Liverpool, they're a bit of a sleeping giant at the moment. They did show signs of waking up after equalising against Nottingham Forest in midweek, and they created quite a lot of chances to score, but ultimately they had to settle for the draw. Liverpool are now without a win in their last 2 games and will want to try and start this game the way they finished their last game. They need to get the win here. It won't be easy. It will be anything but easy against Brentford. Brentford do tend to struggle against the top teams. I mean, they lost at home to Aston and Nottingham Forest in their previous 2 home games, so I wouldn't be surprised to see Liverpool coming away with the 3 points in the end. To do so, they'll probably need to score a few goals, and I can definitely see Brentford getting on the score sheet. So I can see Liverpool needing to score 2 or more goals and getting a very important away win. However, I'm not going to go with the away win for my prediction. Instead, once again, I'm just going to be sticking with the goals. And my prediction for this game is again going to be for over 2.5 goals. And I can even tell you who's going to score in this game. To find out, be sure to watch to the very end, as I will be including the Brentford-Liverpool game along with other exciting games in this week's Mega Multi. Next up, we have a team deep in the relegation battle and in desperate need of points. It's Leicester City at home against Fulham. Leicester are in deep trouble. They're second from bottom, deservedly losing their last home game against 14th place Crystal Palace. I mean, Vardy's not in good form. I just don't know how they're going to turn things around, to be honest. A team, however, that's likely to give them as many opportunities as possible to score a goal is this Fulham side. They absolutely gifted goals against West Ham in their last game. And it's a shame, really, because before that, Fulham were playing well. They were actually undefeated in their last 8 games prior to that loss. And they'll be wanting to get back to their good performances and winning games as soon as possible. And I feel that they'll be confident they can do it this weekend against Leicester. I, too, am confident that they can. Leicester, they haven't scored a single goal in the last 3 EPL home games, and although that run may come to an end this weekend, I just think with Raul Jimenez and Alex Iwobi terrorizing Leicester defence, it'll just be too much and they will get the away win here. Just to stay on the safe side though, I'm just going to stick with predicting Fulham to score 2 or more goals in this game. I mean, they did it against West Ham even though they lost. They did it against Chelsea and Liverpool as well, so why not this weekend? So just to keep it safe, let's go for Fulham to score 2 or more goals in this game. And just to let you know, that game is also in my Mega Multi. Next up is title challenging Arsenal. They'll be playing at home against Aston Villa. Arsenal came from behind to secure a 2-1 win in their midweek derby match against Tottenham, and they'll be hoping that win can spur them on to a victory here and potentially closing the gap down to only 1 point behind Liverpool, although Liverpool will still have a game in hand. They did play well against Tottenham and they created quite a few scoring chances, especially from set pieces. They're very dangerous, and I can actually see them beating Aston Villa this weekend. I mean, Villa did win their last game 1-0 away to Everton, and I mean, I guess they played okay, but I think they were really gifted the 3 points by Everton's poor defensive display that game. They may cause the Gunners a few problems. They've got some talented forwards, but I don't see them really getting a result from this game. I see Arsenal getting the win and scoring more than 1 goal in this game, as they may actually have to get the win. So my prediction is going to be for Arsenal to score 2 or more goals against Aston Villa. Next up, Old Trafford, where Manchester United are hosting Brighton. Brighton are currently above Manchester United right now on the table, and they'll be confident of getting a good result at a stadium where they've actually won on their last 2 visits. Brighton, however, they haven't been in the best form over the past few weeks, and they'll be aiming to get their first win in 8 games against Manchester United. This is being recorded before their game against Ipswich, so I can't know and I can't talk about what's not happened yet. Manchester United themselves will be hoping for their first win in 4 home games, and this game right now, it seems like a pretty even contest. You would think that Man U will finally get a home win, but I mean, we've thought that before and they didn't. I can't see Brighton winning this one either, to be honest, but I do think that both teams will probably score in this game. So that's going to be my prediction for Manchester United at home to Brighton, is for both teams to score. Now, let's move on to a team that is actually challenging for the title this season. Nottingham Forest at home against Southampton. Surely, this is a banker for a home win for Nottingham Forest. They're 35 points above Southampton in the table, and before the draw midweek against Liverpool, they had actually won their last 7 games in a row.
Yeah, baby.
So, surely a home win. It's a sitter in this game, right? Southampton, they will be giving it everything they've got to start climbing their way off the bottom of the table. But at the end of the day, when everything you've got is just not good enough, you're still probably going to lose. So I'm going to keep this very safe and just simply go for a Nottingham Forest home win. I don't think it's going to be a landslide victory, but it should be a comfortable one. Maybe 1 or 2-0 to Nottingham Forest. My prediction is for a home win. Our next game features another team down in the relegation battle, as we have Ipswich Town hosting Manchester City. Ipswich's form has improved over the last few weeks. They narrowly lost to Arsenal a few weeks back. They drew away against Aston Villa. They did beat Chelsea 2-0 at home. And also they won that FA Cup game 3-0 at home as well. So they'll be confident coming into this game. And they'll need to be, because Man City will feel that they let 2 points slip away in their last game against Brentford, and they will be doing their best to not let that happen again here. Phil Foden was in the right place at the right time twice in their last game, but that still wasn't enough to secure the 3 points, as other players like Erling Haaland had relatively quiet games by their standards. And I do think we'll see a different version of Haaland this weekend. I can see City getting the win here, but needing a few goals to do so. And they'll be trying to put this game to bed as soon as possible. So my prediction for this game is for Man City to score 2 goals or more against Ipswich. Our final game in the EPL this week sees a 5th place Chelsea at home against Wolverhampton. Chelsea left it to the last minute to equalise at home against Bournemouth in midweek, as they unsurprisingly dropped out of the top 4. We all knew it was going to happen. They'll be looking to get their first win in 6 games this weekend, as they play a Wolverhampton side that seems to be finding life quite hard in the Premier League this season. Defensively, they can't sort themselves out. They do have good players going forward, but they keep conceding far too many goals. They've actually lost their last 2 Premier League games by a 3-0 scoreline, and they'll be hoping for a much better performance this weekend. As will Chelsea. They haven't won a Premier League game since early December 2024. Chelsea does have a lot of good attacking options as well, with the likes of Nicholas Jackson, Cole Palmer and Jordan Sancho, and they should be good enough to score at least a few goals. But against Wolves, you never know. They might just cause an upset and come away with a score draw, or maybe even the 3 points. For this game, my prediction is for Chelsea to score 2 or more goals in the game. They should get the win, but like I said, it could possibly end up in a 2-goal draw. Let me know your thoughts on this game or any of the EPL games from the upcoming fixtures down below in the comments. And now, vamos a España. La Liga is back, and how quickly times have changed. Atletico Madrid now sit on top of the table with 44 points. In second place, and 5 points behind them in third is Barcelona. So let's start off this week's games with the leaders, and they are playing against a struggling Leganes side down in 16th place. Now, not many people realize this, but in all competitions, Atletico Madrid have won their last 15 games. They're currently on the best run of any team in Europe right now. And against the Leganes side, who have lost their last 3 home games by 3-goal margins. Why? I'm super confident in predicting an Atletico win for this game. It may just be by a small margin in the end, but it will be an away win here for Atletico Madrid. Real Madrid in second place will be hoping to keep pace with the leaders as they are hosting Las Palmas in Madrid this weekend. And Real Madrid will want to get over their nightmare game in the Super Cup final where they lost 5-2 to Barcelona. They'll be expecting a good performance in front of their home fans, and nothing but a convincing win in this game will be acceptable for Los Merengues. Las Palmas, really, they're coming into this game with nothing to lose. They're the big underdogs. They're expected to lose this game, so why not just give it a go? You never know what may happen. I think we're in for an entertaining game in Madrid this weekend for the neutral and for the Madrid supporters. I see goals for both teams, definitely a few more for Madrid, and they'll probably win this game with over 2.5 goals. That's what my gut says, but my heart says maybe Las Palmas may pull another surprise and, maybe get the win themselves. So I'm going to keep it simple and go for over 2.5 goals between Real Madrid and Las Palmas. And finally, we have Getafe hosting third place Barcelona. Barcelona finally are back to winning ways, scoring a stunning 10 goals in their last 2 games, beating Real Madrid and Real Betis in respective Spanish Cup games. But away to Getafe, it's never an easy game. Getafe are a really stubborn team. They're very well organized and they're very hard to beat. And although Barcelona will be heavy favorites in this game, I don't see it being an easy win for them at all. I think out of all the top 3 teams in Spain, Barcelona's got the hardest game this weekend. But with all the boys back in business and really enjoying their football, I'm confident that Barcelona will get the win in this game. It may not be the prettiest of wins, but it will be 3 points nonetheless for the travelling Blaugrau. So my prediction is simply going to be for a Barcelona away win in our final game of this week's predictions. Let me know your thoughts on the games involving the top 3 in Spain down in the comments. Now, we've covered quite a lot of games for this weekend here, but I've narrowed it down to my top 3 safest predictions for you. The third safest prediction this weekend sees Atletico Madrid getting an away win against Leganes in Spain. My second safest pick is for Man City to score 2 or more goals away against Ipswich. And my number 1 prediction for this week is for over 2.5 goals between Brentford and Liverpool. And now for the big one, the Mega Multi. This multi is going to be made up of just 3 games only. The first game is Brentford versus Liverpool. My prediction for this game is that Mbeumo will score for Brentford and Salah and Gakpo will both score for Liverpool, as Liverpool will get the away win. This game is also going to have 2 goals or more in the first half as well. That is game 1 of the multi. The second game is between Ipswich and Man City. In a game which Man City will win, both teams will score and Erling Haaland will score for Man City. And the third and final game is between Chelsea and Wolverhampton. And in this game, I'm predicting Chelsea to get the win with Carlton Palmas scoring for the home team and Mateus Cunha getting on the score sheet for the Wolves as well. That is my 3-legged mega multi for this week. You gotta be in it to win it, guys. If you've enjoyed this video at all, even in the slightest, then please subscribe to this channel and thank you very much for doing so. Have a great week. Get your predictions and comments in, and of course, enjoy all the football. See you next week, guys.